joined now by number 4 seed at 157, Bubba Jenkins, who improves to 20-3 with his victory onto the finals. So we'll take questions for Bubba at this time. We'll start up front with Mike, and then we'll work our way back to the third, fourth. Go ahead.
Bubba, do you find this ironic, what's happening tomorrow night?
I just found out that I was wrestling David Taylor, so yeah, I guess it's ironic. He's from Penn State. I went to Penn State, for 4 years, so yeah, it's pretty ironic. I'm happy that we both made it to the finals. That's what a lot of people, that's why it's sold out. That's what a lot of people come there to see, so I'm excited about it. And yes, to answer your question, it is ironic.
Bubba, how much did you guys see each other in practice before you left Penn State? How often have you wrestled him, and do you match up well with him?
I match up well with him. A lot of people have, counted me out and, pushed me out the window of being in the finals because, I had went on my surgery and I kind of moved to Arizona and it looked like I went on a little vacation out there with the sun and the palm trees. But, Bo's back and, I match up well with him. And I saw him, whether we were drilling or, he was beating me up or I was beating him up, whether I was trying my best and pulling out all kinds of stops to get off on bottom from him, or if he was trying his best to, stay on his feet with me. It was everyday battle. So, it's not going to see anything different from each other except, he's 1 year, maybe 2 years better than he was, and, I'm better than I was.
Go ahead.
Well, I saw before the match, you and David shook hands. It's like, good luck. Did you initiate that, or did he?
Yeah, I got no hard feelings versus David Taylor. He's been ambassador for Penn State and for young guys across the country, little guys who came, filled into a bigger weight class, and I got no animosity towards him. I liked him when I left. I like him now. He's a good kid, so you really can't vote against him except for tomorrow night. I'm going to be wholeheartedly against him.
Is it just a good luck thing, or?
Yeah, I told him to get after it. We weighed in by weight class today, and I saw Fittery, and me and him were talking, and he was like, man, everybody here in Philly, you went to Penn State. It's too bad you're not going to be able to see David Taylor. And I was like, you're telling me it, I didn't, your words, not mine. So, I was just telling him, hey, good luck. Guy's telling me he's going to beat you, so I just told him to get after it.
Bubba, you sort of joke that you're going to be against him. Tomorrow night you're going to be facing a group in the stands that'll be against you and probably booing you, the same group that used to cheer for you. Could you just tell about your thoughts about that?
People don't forget, man. I was there. They used to cheer for me. They used to love the super duck and the mixer and stuff like that. So, if I hit it tomorrow, hopefully they feel the same way about it. If not, that's on them. I got my group of fans here. I got my family. I got my people across the country. Got their Bubba J Squad shirts on, and just happy that I'm in the finals and with somebody I've already seen. So it's good. They're gonna root who they want to root for.
Go ahead, Gary, and then we'll go right next to you.
Bubba, do you think you've picked up anything or gained anything in your wrestling since you've been at Arizona State? It's a different scene, different coaches. You got the Sunkist program around there and things like that. Or are there things that your game has now that's better than when you were wrestling elsewhere?
Oh yeah, it's black and white, no pun intended. The coaches over there are great coaches. They see things different than the coaches at at Penn State. So I don't have a problem. Being at Penn State, you go into the grueling wrestling room, you come out and it's freezing, it's cold. Going in Arizona State, you don't have any problems going in there for 45 to 2 hours. Just busting it out because outside it's 75 degrees, the birds are chirping, the girls are walking around, so it's just a beautiful sight. So you have no problems getting in there and just grinding it out and wrestling guys all the time, because as soon as you bust those doors open to the outside, it's like paradise. So yeah, it's just a different scene. So I'm excited about it.
Kind of a recruiting thing, right?
Absolutely, it's like a recruiting visit every day.
Can you talk to us about Ben Askren and the impact he's had on your career?
Oh man, Ben Askren's great. He's been, he's a loose guy, kind of, doesn't none of the rules apply to him. He can do the splits forward and backwards. He goes to his back to put you to your back. So seeing him wrestle and wrestling with him, wrestling a guy like Welsh is almost like a miniature Askren, because he just throws so much at you, with all the rolls and cradles and putting you to your back, as y'all saw out there. So wrestling Askren really helped, and just talking to him, it's not the same like, all right, you got to go out there, you got to do 1 and 2. It's like, hey man, put a mask on, go up, dress up in a suit, and go out there. So it's great, and plus, we both have nice pros, so it's amazing.
Go all the way in the back there to the right.
Sal Mustone, Wildcat News from Phoenix. What can you say about the team, the team's performance right now? You guys are top 6 in the standings right now. You guys struggled during the dual season due to injuries to yourself and some other teammates. How does it feel to finally be breaking through as a team right now?
It feels good, you know. Coach Charles is looking like Astrodamus. He said we're gonna, you know, come out and do it well, you know, because we've been injured all year. I think we went 4-12 in the Pac-10, and you know, when the fans came out, we had a big crowd, and you know, they didn't see the Arizona State team that we have here today. You know, a lot of times we lost some matches to some teams we probably should have beat because, you know, we didn't have 25 to heavyweight, and you know, once we got healthy, you know, we put on the show kind of at the Pac-10 tournament, so we were happy about that. And you know, we brought 6 guys that, you know, we're going to get it done. And you know, as this team standings out there, we're looking up on the board, and there's teams behind us that, you know, brought 10 guys, and you know, we're beating us up this year. So you know, we're just putting on a show. Coach Charles got us ready for this date, for the 15th to the 17th. He got us ready.
What type of victory celebration do you have planned?
I have not made it up yet. I go on the fly. You know, I'm a freestyle dancer, so I'll just pick it up as I go.
Would it be anything like Caldwell 2 years ago?
I can't do a backflip, but if I can cartwheel without anybody messing me up, then I might cartwheel. But other than that, I don't really think I have anything planned. But you know, if I get the win, I might just take off my singlet, go run around the crowd like I scored a soccer goal or something.
I don't know that I'd advise that, but any other questions for Bubba?
Bubba?
Yeah, one more. Hold on one sec, Gary, just so everybody can hear you. Last one.
Now, you've indicated that you might go into MMA and not do any more wrestling after this competition. What's your thoughts then about this being your last actual competitive wrestling match, if that's your plan afterwards?
That is my plan, and I don't plan to do freestyle or anything like that. I made my heart up that this will be my last college match, and it's bittersweet. You know, it's been a long road. You know, I've made my own paths. I did some things my own way to get to this match, and some not advised, some of them not, you know, questionable, but you know, I'm here on the main stage, and that's for a reason. You know, God's looked out for me, my family has backed me, and you know, I'm just happy, you know, and I'm proud to be here. You know, so it's sad that, you know, it's over, and you know, I had a lot of good fans and a lot of good super ducks and mixers and ooh-ahs along the way, but tomorrow is going to be my final one, and I'm just excited for it.
Thanks, Bob.
All right.
Luck tomorrow.
Thank you.